Welcome back, everyone. So I'm really excited to tell you about another little project that I'm doing this year. And I've decided that this year is going to be my pepper growing year. And I don't think I don't have any sweet peppers. The seeds that have sprouted, I call them sweet peppers, meaning bell peppers. The ones I had from M.I. Gardner didn't sprout. They're pretty old, so I thought, oh well. But my foray into peppers are actually, I want to grow spicy peppers. So I got my seeds today from a local grower, and they sell them on Etsy. And really a good price. Like, I think it was like $3.50 for 15 seeds each. So I got 4 varieties, and here they are. So the first one, I grew up, in my early childhood, up until about I was 8 years old. We lived, excuse me, we lived, goodness, at behind my grandparents' house. So our backyards were connected. And my grandmother had a tree growing outside right where the backyards joined, and there was a fence and a gate we would go through to visit each other. And she had a bird's eye pepper. Bird's eye, also known as Thai chilies. In particular, this one was the type that didn't, there's 2 types. There's one type that grows up like this. The peppers are up here and the leaves are down here, and the peppers grow upwards towards the sky. The other one, they kind of do that, they kind of fall naturally. So that's the one I've got. And here it is. Red Hot Seeds. Where's the camera? Red Hot Seeds, Ontario, Canada, redhotseeds.com. Come on, focus. Focus. Okay. 15 Thai lightning. I'm sorry for the coughing. I think I inhaled some dust or something. I was fine until I started talking. My second one that I'm excited about is let me show you what's going on here. Ma'am. Oh, I almost caught you on camera. She was T-Rexing, which means she gets up on her hind legs. She does not use her forelegs, her front legs. Ma'am, stop it. Flops. No. All right. She doesn't use her forelegs, and so she looks like a T-Rex as she's trying to sniff and get into things that she shouldn't be. And Mommy is not going to be very happy if you do that. Yeah. Alrighty. We shall continue. She's listening to me, but she, beagles, they can be stubborn. Next one up is a chocolate 7-pot dogla. A dogla is, now, some people know this, some people, most people don't. Dogla, it refers to a person of mixed African and East Indian ancestry. So someone like myself. That's what it's named after. And it's because the pepper starts off green and it turns into a beautiful brown color. Next is genuine Scotch bonnet peppers. This is what I grew up eating on a regular basis, and we would make our own homemade pepper sauce out of it. And it's not the hot sauce that you think of, like this pureed, boiled down, cooked down stuff, gloop or very thick sauce. Oh, good girl! She rang the bell. I'll be right back. All right, so, we're just training her to use a little button, ding dong bell, right there, that orange thing. And at the front, we have a purple one. And they make different noises, but we're training her to use that so that we actually hear her when she needs to go out, because she won't bark when she needs to go out. She just will stand at the door and do a little whine or scratch at the door a little, but you can't hear it. Like, completely different experience to having big dogs. So, and the fourth one I wanted to, oh, I was telling you about the Scotch bonnet pepper sauce. Right. It's chopped up. Onion, garlic, what else? Carrots. It's chopped up and left to sit, especially if you could let it sit in the sun. It's so good with salt and water. And then it's almost like making a lacto ferment. Well, I guess it is. And then you can cook it if you want to stop the fermentation and be able to have it shelf stable, then that's fine. If not, you're gonna have to be burping your pickled hot pepper kind of a thing. And yeah, or you could just do vinegar and not ferment it. Have vinegar in there instead. So I'll be showing you that recipe and everything once I have some fruit for my efforts. And the fourth pepper is dun, da, 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 chocolate scorpion. Yes, the Trinidad scorpion pepper. All of these are peppers that, the ones that I bought, are peppers that I know of from my childhood and that was normal to grow up with. So Trinidad scorpion, I know from adulthood because that wasn't created until the 2000s at some point, I think. Super hot was the world's hottest pepper at one point. And the Scotch bonnet was a staple every day. So was the Thai bird pepper. The 7-pot is infamous. It's called 7-pot because it is said that you can cook 7 pots of food with 1 pepper. That's how hot it is. So that's why it's got that name. There's also different varieties of the 7-pot. So we have the Dogla, which is one that I'm growing. The next one I would like to grow eventually would be Barrackpore. Barrackpore is a place in Trinidad. It's a town where that pepper was either developed or was discovered through, you know, a random pollination, and someone found this super hot pepper. So I want to get all the different types of 7-pot pepper that I can. Yeah, I seem to like and I gravitate towards things labeled chocolate because people who taste test them seem to say they have a more earthy flavor, and that's what I like. So we'll see how these guys taste. I'm not looking forward to eating hot pepper raw, like to taste test them that way. I would rather taste them in a pepper sauce, and that, because that's just not how we do it. Like, if we cut up a pepper raw, we're gonna eat it with food. We don't eat it for the sake of eating it alone. That is something new, perhaps over the past 20 or 30 years that people started doing just to test out the pepper and see what it's like. Right, so I was saying that eating whole hot pepper like that was not a thing. That's something that, you know, men would do as a, you know, look at me, I'm so tough kind of a thing. While I'm eating my food, I will just bite into a pepper. That was normal. But nowadays, people just do it. She wants to go out again. I just brought her in. Ma'am. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that. So it is her bedtime. And she rang the bell to let me know. She didn't want to go back out. She just rang it to let me know, hey, I went out and now it's bedtime. So I need my bedtime treat. That's all she wanted. Anyways. Right, so I was saying men tended to, mostly men anyways, would eat the pepper raw as they're eating their food. To me, that was just like machismo. Because nowadays, those same men that I know of who did that can't eat pepper at all. They can't stand it. They have made themselves, I guess, intolerant to the pepper. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a gut thing. I don't know. But the older they get, the less they eat of it. And Yeah, I think that's really kind of funny. Maybe you destroyed yourself when you were youth and now you can't handle it. But anyways, that's my exciting new project for this year. And I will be growing them in pots. And they will go out in the greenhouse eventually. But I'm not putting them in the ground. I've heard that you really want them to get root bound, and then like once they're big, and then they will start producing fruit and they'll be happier. So that's applicable to growing in a cold climate. If you're in a really warm climate and where they're native basically, or they act as a native plant, then you could put them in the ground. They'll be happy. But with our short growing season, they're not going to be happy. I think the ones I grew last year was a red scorpion, and I got 2 peppers off of it. That was in the ground, in the greenhouse, being taken care of. So they weren't happy. So yeah, we'll try again this year. But my goal is to be successful at growing hot peppers this year. Yeah, that's about it. My plants are almost ready for transplants, so I'll bring you back when I do that. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a rambly pepper seed show. And when I sow these guys, I will put that on as well. I'll show you that. I'm going to take you through the whole growing process. All right. Take care.